I'm Tamia.
And I'm Latiana, and we are the co-founders of Black Girls with Green Thumbs.
Black Girls with Green Thumbs is growing a community of people who garden in their homes and in their communities to heal, nourish, and learn.
Today, we're at a newly built raised bed garden at a library in our community. We'll be reviewing garden planning and things to consider when mapping out your garden.
Things like companion planting, pest control, and how to transplant your new seedlings into your garden.
And this is our library garden. Just like with any new project, you want to plan it out.
Sunlight is one of the major things you want to make sure you consider when you're planning out your home garden. As you can see, our garden layout is directly in the face of the sun, so we're getting really adequate sunlight. The second thing you want to make sure you consider is a water source. So you want a nearby water source, whether it be a rain barrel or a hose or even something just very close to your home where you can bring water out on your own for your garden. For us today, we actually have a rain barrel. So as you can see, we can just take our hose and water our garden really, really easily. The third thing you want to make sure you consider is timeliness. So when we talk about timeliness, we're talking about making sure that you're choosing plants, as you can see here, that correspond with the season.
So you have your garden. It's placed next to a water source. It's receiving good sun, and you selected plants that are seasonal. The next thing that you should do is map out your garden. That means to literally take a pen and paper and write it out. Place plants where they go based on how they grow. At the library garden, we have over 120 square feet of growing space, which means that there is plenty of room for all the plants that we intended to grow. So mapping out your garden in advance ensures that you are maximizing your space. Here's what we did. Corn grows tall, so we placed it at the end of the garden bed so it doesn't block the sunlight that other plants need. We planted the pole beans near the corn so it can use the corn as a trellis. Tomatoes and peppers are great companion plants, and the herbs have their own dedicated space on the other side of the garden. Some plants grow best when they're grown in close proximity to each other. That is called companion planting. Companion planting benefits plants because they can act as a support to one another. Some plants offer pest control, and they even increase productivity. The next step is to transplant the seedlings. Consider the recommended planting depth of the plant. Now dig a hole large enough for it to fit. Gently remove the plant from the plastic pot and squeeze its root ball to loosen up the roots. Now plant the plant in the hole that you dug. Cover it with soil, then water deeply, even if the root ball was already moist before you planted it.
Many of you might be familiar with what we in the farming and gardening world like to call the Three Sisters. Native Americans have actually been planting these three sisters together for hundreds, if not thousands of years, very successfully. So the Three Sisters actually include corn, which you see here, also pole beans and squash. These three plants, when planted together, work very well to create nitrogen-rich soil. The corn acts as a trellis for the beans, and the squash acts to keep the soil nice and moist so that all the plants stay hydrated. Thanks for joining Black Girls with Green Thumbs. Today we learned how to start a garden. Next time we're going to learn about garden care.
So follow us on social media and visit our website, Black Girls with Green Thumbs.